Hey everyone, this is Gus. Welcome to one new more drawing with Gus. Well, my name is Gus Duenas. You can see here right now. Let me get. I have so many screens. Let me see. Um, let me see. That is better. My name is Gus Duenas. I'm a professional illustrator. This is Drawing with Gus. What we're doing right now in this moment is we are drawing. Well, actually, this channel is all about art. And what I'm gonna do right now, and I will start, probably from this on or next week on, is we are going to make like a free classes. This is gonna be a free class about illustration, about how you get yourself. So first, we are going to because we start something doing um, what is this called a simple character for fantasy book. The character is just a Viking and something that I got. So right now I will explain two things. One, how to get that. Two, the anatomy, how to get that anatomy. And three, the references. Because unless you have such great imagination, me, many others, a lot of people, and you have an exactly idea how to make the things done, and you have such repertoire in your brain about clothes, weapons, and that kind of stuff, and poses pretty much, and anatomy, you will need references. You will need references for colors. You will need reference for everything, even for styles. So first off, we are going to making a repass like what we did in the other two videos. First, you need to start looking at what you're looking for. So my character right now is a fantasy character art that we start like 2 sessions before. What is the clothes? Is it clothed, semi-clothed, naked, whatever? What is this? So you have to start building up from there. Is it has tattoos, kind of markings or something? You have to build up for that. Jewelry, accessories, that kind of stuff. So we start with something very simple. Your first idea about the character. So your first idea about the character is this, and then you will start adding like a clothes. Oh no, I don't like the character a little more clothes. So I'm gonna start doing clothes and that kind of stuff. But also, I can change the designs. I can change this. I can change that, or I can do a newer style. If you are doing concept art, it doesn't matter the style because for gaming, probably the people will use your designs, so we use your ideas, and we'll start doing the 3D models about that. And for books, well, whatever your style is, it will be in the cover of the books or in the interior pages. So pretty much like that. But for you, it's the first one to try to sell the client what is the idea or your team, what's the idea you have about a character. So I start with this character. It's kind of such a Viking, but it's kind of cliche Viking because actually the Vikings never use that. I mean, they never use horns. They are pretty much for the Celts or for the Mediterraneans in the Bronze Age kind of guys. So anyway, we are going to start this. But just for you to be sure about this, you need to have like an idea, like a nice reference about what you're gonna do. And I'm gonna show you where the reference can be found. Okay? So let me get that right now to the my main outlet. Okay? So this is the thing that the things that we were doing. Let me put the microphone out of my yeah, microphone is right now out of my view, and I've been using pretty much. This is how your character will look using like a cell shade kind of what is it called? Cell shade animation, that kind of stuff. Well, this is how your character will look if you do that. Okay, let me duplicate a layer because I need that later on. I need this. Okay. So yeah, we're showing that. We'll do that. So I'm gonna show you references. You need a program or something for you to do references. So let me show you this. Okay. Program for your references, super useful to know this one that I don't have it open. It's PureRef. It's gonna be open. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. So PureRef is this. You can just make a mold board. So also anatomy. How can I get this anatomy? Well, let me tell you, the anatomy is super easy to get. First, you have to go and enroll yourself in the email kind of things for Graphic Studio. You can find it in ArtStation. You can go to Graphic Studio. They have a bunch of nudes, so if you are a little sensitive about that, just skip the nudes and go to the other characters that are not nudes. So yes, and I'm talking to serious people. I'm not talking to the teenagers that have or prepubescents that have problems with nudes. I'm talking to real artists that they know how the human body works. So this is good for mechanics, for poses. You can have poses, a difference. And also, this is because I'm trying to do the pose based in this guy. So I'm trying to use a Fran Francese style for this guy that I'm just creating. For that reason, I need Fran Francese. So yeah. Any difference from Fran Francese? This is the original from Francese. Francese is a guy who makes this kind of Vikings, very interesting styles, and I really love Francese. So for this, I'm gonna be using Francese. Okay, so that is gonna be the part that I will be using. Oh, let me check how it's my okay. It's working my my live video in Facebook. Yeah, because I'm doing Facebook, I'm doing Twitch, and I also doing YouTube. If you are watching this in YouTube, or you will be watching this in YouTube. So, before that, just go and help me out and like and subscribe. Yeah, like and subscribe is super easy and it's super good for me because it's totally free. I mean, guys, if you are being asked to do something that is gonna be just free and support an artist, and you don't have to spend a dime, just like and subscribe. Like the videos and subscribe. The more you like and the more you subscribe, the more people that watch this video, please like it. I will appreciate that like a lot. So let's go. We'll start with this. Okay, I have this and I made some kind of shades and this, the highlight, the multiply, and that kind of stuff. But I want this style. Let me show you the red. I want this style. I want this style. So I'm gonna go back to this and try to get that style. Okay. So for this first, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make this guy merge. I'm gonna merge these layers and I'm gonna merge this layer with the multiply layer. Let me get this out. I'm gonna make this layer with a multiply layer. So yeah, I'm gonna make and where's merge layers? Oh yeah. Click this. Yeah, these two layers. Now I have these layers merge. How is that possible? Let me show you one. So what I'm gonna do is start doing this. This is something that I like a lot because you don't know me. Now you will know that I like to do this a lot. Like, and this is gonna be like multiply. Yeah, like I like to do this a lot. And what this a lot is trying to get this, and this is gonna take us a little, but why? Because I'm a little not rigid, not comicky, but I'm a little classic in this thing. So yeah, you will see here. Okay, a little classic thing. Yeah. So yeah, instead of using this to create, I'm gonna use my style. So then at the end of this, I'm gonna tell you some secrets about style, how to create your styles. People is usually in this business, well, not this business as business. People usually in this kind of occupation, you can call it, the arts, in the arts, people with their styling is usually struggling with the word, this word that is synonymous of a lot of problems for us. This word that is struggling with this thing. It's called style. So the people says, no, I want we style this. I want we style this. The truth is, you won't be 100% original unless you pick something that you like. Because a style is pretty much that. What you like, what you can do fast, and what you can do not better than any other because there is always somebody that is better than you. If you can live with that, then you are a professional. But that is the problem with many things. They don't accept that thing about themselves. That there is always somebody that's gonna be better than you. And for that reason, many people just have to believe in been there and to falls in the fallacy and the trap of they just drop everything. They don't pursue their art, their skills, their talent. They just start, you know, abandoning whatever you started because many people think that they are not worthy, that they are not Ross Dross, they are not these guys that have been 20 years doing that, but those guys get in that place with a mix of being in the right place and a lot of talent, and people that has talent can do the same. Will take a little more because, but just think of this, they already paved the road for you, and you have to learn about that. Paving the road because there is a lot of people paving the road for you, and if you still accepting that thing, everything's gonna be nice. But if you don't accept that and you think that you are not worthy and that you are this crap and whatever you're doing is no better than the others does, well, you are in a world of deception. You're gonna be truly, truly disillusioned with yourself. And the truth is, we humans, we know how to use your ingenuity. So you have to be ingenious. Ingenuity is something is the mother of the creativity. It's when the creativity works, so when the creativity starts. So yeah. So it doesn't matter what you are doing or what you are planning to do or something. If you do something with the heart and you're trying to do this as fast, as best as you can do, well, you already no. That's the good thing about this. You can use. So this is pretty much the style I like more. I don't like a style that is totally photographic unless it's designed to be photographic, then you will have to start doing a lot of more efforts and a lot of more things. But I really like styles. So here I'm using this to define my shades and define the character. Give the guy a little more of a and remember, at the end of the day, being an illustrator is the closest in the commercial arts to be an artist. Because in the other ones, you have to, you know, be likable to the critics, because the critics is the guys who just dominate the market. They nominate everything. And they will tell everyone, the masses, pretty much, if you are a real artist and if your proposal for art is good enough for them, you're good. If not, you're on the wall of disillusion. But anyway, life is disillusion. You have problems, you just fall, get on your feet, and continue. So we are doing this, and we are doing these things. So, so this is what you use something that is called, instead in circles, the blender. This is a simple blender, something that you just learning how to use on time. It's something that is nice. Yeah, you're using the blender. See, using the blender is super easy. Many people use the blender and just use it like it's like blending some areas. But you can also create shades with the blender. That's the good thing about the blender. You can create shades with the blender. You can use this this color to create shades and create light effects. But at the end of the day, it's what you need, no? Light effects. Because the blender will help you out to mix the light. Without the blender, it's gonna be just a comic. And at the end of the day, you don't want a comic. Unless you are a comic artist. If you don't want an illustration that looks like a comic, this is for a fantasy book, then your illustration will be a little plain, a little not your personal style. And just don't think that the other guys have a better style than you or a better expertise. because that's probably means that you haven't done much of the effort. That means you have to effort your or get yourself to do more, because this is it. You're doing more. So if your client tells you, oh, okay, I don't know, I'm not sure about this stuff, you have to be very, very ready to defend your stuff, because most of the time the clients don't understand. You have to explain. Once you got the client in your purse, well, now you can just not you know worry about your style. But at the beginning, you have to explain the style to the client or the publisher or whoever is handling this thing. You have to explain it, and you have to tell them, oh yeah, this is my vision. This is what I have in mind. See, why we're doing this? Well, it's super simple because we are creating my style. I'm creating my style. And for creating my style, I need these things to be done, to be in certain way. Probably you have noticed that I'm not using the model or the reference right now because I know what I want. This is the easiest part for me because I've been using blenders for a long time. And for me, it's like a second nature. But for many people, blenders are a little difficult. I understand that. They were difficult for me at the beginning. But let me tell you, they are not difficult right now. Why? Because I have a lot of practice. I've been using blenders. So don't discourage yourself if you are doesn't look or your style doesn't look the way you like it. Man, girls, you are experimenting. So this is, as Picasso said one time, and many people said that probably Picasso never said it. Yeah, this is a nice anecdote about Picasso. Picasso usually said that he is reading the books that they write about him, no, because he loved to see himself in the books. No, because he just want to know what he said. Because he said in some places there is some things that they said I say that they are simply genius, and I never said, but I really like to know what I said. Okay, so we continue to do this. Why we are doing this? Well, let me tell you, we are creating this kind of shade, shadows on this kind of diffuse things because they are gonna be the base of my style. My style is not totally photographic, it's not many lines, and it's gonna be a little more like a vibrant. Later on, you will be using your references to create your own things. But for the moment, this is gonna be pretty much this. This is gonna be your style. Mhm. See, this is what we're doing. See this? How the guy looks like. This is the beauty of digital arts. If you're using digital, you can mess up, you can do whatever you want, you can make as many mistakes as you want because at the end of the day, it's gonna be okay. You know, you're an artist, you're human, you're allowed to make mistakes. That's what many people don't understand about this. And they got peace with themselves. They got envious about all these styles. They start criticizing too much. They just don't see that they are in the same problem. All the human beings needs a little attention. It's part of our DNA. We crave attention. We like to have attention. Probably that's the main reason I have a YouTube channel. Probably you know. I crave attention too. That was my wife. She's a little under the weather recently, but right now she's getting better. Yeah, we have problems here with what's this flu. Guess we're still in flu season. Well, flu doesn't do many, well, does a lot of damage in this country too. Okay, many parts of the world, but this is we don't have like a 50,000 deaths for flu, but yeah, we have for. So, yeah. So I'm trying to do this as fast as I can so you can see it in the genesis what we're doing with this. Okay. See, that is the base of my style. That guy is the base of my style. So this is how my style start what looking for. Okay. So let's start watching my yeah. So let's start watching this guy with multiply. Let me get this. File mixing brush, no. Oh, yeah, I've been using this. Hmm. Hmm. No, it's this. Oh, this is the. You know what? Let's do this normal. No, I prefer the multiply. Multiply is better for me. Mm-hmm. So we are still doing some. Mhm. Mm, mm, yeah. Okay. I see. Yeah. Okay, we're doing the layer of the shades. Okay, this is gonna be or another layer, and I'm trying to make the shades in the way like that. So you'll see it later what I'm talking about. But right now I'm doing pretty much shades. Mhm. Okay. Now the highlight. Mm, yeah. So I'm gonna start doing the highlight. So let's see. Mm, yeah, that's not. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, this is the one I like. No, yes, it is. Just for you to see what I do. See, I'm painting the helmet. And uh I just make what is this called? Layer with the highlight. Yeah, we are doing the highlight thing right now. Okay. just for you to see what we are trying to achieve right now. See, looks way better. Looks interesting. It has some shining because it's like copper or something like that. Okay, so we are gonna make some more light. Oh no, not modify. All right. Hmm. I guess we're gonna go with white. Mm, wait, wait, wait. Mm-hmm. No, it's way better. Let me see. Looks like from here. Okay, looks nice. See, little white. Okay, looks better, more interesting. So yeah, that is the helmet. How the helmet looks like. So we will continue doing this. So we are going to continue doing the part of the bronze things here. Nice. Let me show you what it's looking at. Yeah, we're doing some effects. Got the prompts right now. We'll continue doing the prompts. Probably not like this. I need a little more of this. Hmm. This and the other side, this are gonna be like a grayish. Yeah, these are gonna be a little more grayish. This one here is not gonna be good. See you guys. How are you doing? Oh, what happened with the highlight? I don't know. Uh, okay, no, it's normal. Okay, what? What just happened with this? Oh, finally, I have the normal highlight. Well, I have the normal kind of eye right now. So let me do some things here in the middle. Mhm. Mm, okay, that looks pretty cool, pretty swell. So I guess I will try to get the other things down probably next week. But so far, we just did this. We use two layers. One is the multiply, one is the layer that is in multiply, and the other is the layer that is in highlight. Multiply, it goes for the, we're doing the shades, okay? We're doing the shade. You see how we do the shades for this helmet, for the, also for the scales, kind of, okay? We did the shade for that thing, but also we did the highlight, and the highlight is this. Without the highlights, it's like this. Without the shades, it's like this. So for the shades, we make a blend within the. It's not a blend. We just get this layer, the one that says. We get the layer, the what's this? We get the multiply and the layer that is already one for the line height, and we merge both layers. Once we have the merge and making one layer, we start doing our which is my style. So this is my style. I start doing the what is it called? I start doing the I start doing the blending. So I use a blender because that's my style. I love to blend. So once I finish blending, I will start using the what is this? The shapes. I mean, I will start using highlight. So probably the style that we're gonna use for the not the hair, but pretty much the face and the skin is gonna be a different style than the one I use for the metal, even for the wood or for the other things. It's gonna be a different style. So you are gonna watch it, and I'm gonna teach you that next week. Okay. So thank you so much for joining me. This is Gus. This is Drawing with Gus. What we're doing, we were drawing. So what we're exactly doing is pretty much drawing. But one of the main things, let me see. Tell me if I like in focus or out of focus, because sometimes I don't know with this camera. So what we are going to, what we just did was creating an illustration. I'm doing an illustration. It could be the cover of one of these card games. Could be the cover. Somebody hired you for doing the illustrations or the concept art for a card game. Concept art sometimes they end up being the illustration. So you got your own style. So whatever is your style. So we just start for using references. We just start copying other styles if you want it. Put it that way. And then we start adding some our particular signature. What's the particular signature? Well, particular signature is something that you can do fast, good, and is easier for you. For other guys, your particular signature will be like, oh my gosh, this is torture. This is so stupid. But for you, is what makes you you. So the styles is just a blend of talent, or you need talent for this, but pretty much and the skills. But actually, your style is defined pretty much. But your style is defined by the things that you do best and the things that you do fast. Okay. Okay, you can do an illustration in 6 hours and charge $300. You are charging $50 per hour. Let's say that. Or you can do the same illustration after like a month or two in 2 hours or in an hour and a half, 2 hours maximum. That is the best for illustration, 2 hours, and you are charging $300. So your hour that was 150 now is that was 50 now it is 150. See what is happening? The more you practice, the more you start developing your style, the more you start adding things to your style, it becomes your style. It's part of your style. At the beginning, I always been very, very detail oriented. I put up a lot of details in whatever I do. But at the beginning, the learning curve is like too high. It's too many details. And then you start watching other guys, watching retrofitting styles, like retrofitting, like you were watching a style and you start deconstructing that styles in this simple parts, and you start, okay, they make this. This is the way to do the lights. This is the way to do the shades. I can just blending over later on and can just make this. This is the thing that I wanted to do. See? So once you finish that way, that becomes your style because it's pure you. Also, your style is how you manage anatomy, how fast you are to express movement. Okay, so if you ask me, there are many places where you can just learn anatomy, like a Udemy. There is Domestika. You learn anatomy. Once you learn anatomy, you are very good for that. And those are like a 60-hour classes or something like that, but it's pretty good. I'm not making advertising for Domestika or Udemy. I have some courses in Udemy. I did it myself because from time to time it's good to start, refreshing your knowledge, start practicing again. So this is like riding in a bike, but unless you ride in a bike every single day or 3 times a week, every time that you come back after 3 or 6 months, it's going to be the hardest. So that is pretty much what I have to tell you about the styles. But let me tell you this. The good thing is if you have the talent, you have the skills, you have the patience, you will go for it. Okay? So next week we are trying to finish this guy. Yes, it's taking me a lot. People say, oh yeah, it's too much. No, man. It's too much right now because we are doing the first time and I'm trying to compress what I do this in this a lot of time, but usually I can just do this in 3 hours. If I just sit and do this from start to finish, I can do it in 3 hours. Okay? So next time that you think that is too much time, just think. Your own style, your own signature is pretty much what you can do better and fast. That's what it is. And everything has a learning curve. You have to start learning, you have to start developing your skills, and you have to start practicing. So the more you practice, the better you are. And the better is going to be your hours. So the people that don't have to know, your clients don't have to know that the 6 hours took you actually 2. They don't need to know that. Duh, please. Okay? So I'm talking to professionals or guys who want to be a professional. This is what we are going to start doing. Like a free classes, giving you some hints and giving you some ideas. Some ideas that you can start, taking notes, use my video to take notes about what to do. I have a bunch of videos as the genesis from 0 to hero of all my illustrations, of all the things that I do. I am a character focused illustrator. There are also landscape focused illustrators. There are landscape illustrators. There are realist illustrators like me, semi-realist like me. I totally abstract illustrators or this kind of like a very, very sketchy kind of like a sumie kind of illustrations. There's the mangish, there's the animes, there's tons and tons and tons of illustrations. You start copying the ones you like the most, and then you start developing your own style. But you have to experiment. You have to, sometimes it's sad. Sometimes you got depressed because you are not at the high of the best of the cream of the cream. But turns out they get to that place because they practice a lot too. So you have to do it. Well, thank you so much for joining me, guys. And if you want to support this artist and you want to help me out, well, there is something simple. You can just go to my YouTube channel, like and subscribe. Let me put you the like and subscribe. Yeah, just like and subscribe. If you like and subscribe, it's gonna be totally free, and you will be helping me to get this better in the algorithm. I know that there is 16, there's 20. Sometimes it's too small. The people that is watching these videos, just like, please. It's clean. Yeah, that's it. You will be helping me out. And I will very, very appreciative about that. Okay? Helping me out to get this channel going so I can just, show you what I know. Okay? The other thing that you can do is just support the artist with some dough, some money. Yeah. Help me out with some pasta. So that's super easy. There is a link in my YouTube channel, and in the video there is a link, and you can just get me a donation through PayPal, like $3 per month. You will be what? Buy me a coffee. That's $3 here in the States. For $3 per month, you will be helping me out, and that is not only toward, you know, putting rice and beans on the table, because the truth is, I'm a professional illustrator. That's the way I put rice and beans on the table. But the other way is, well, help me out to have a better equipment. I need one of my lights just mess up, just temporarily fix it. I have to figure out how to fix it permanently. But yeah, I need some help, and I will appreciate that. If you get just put me share my content with your friends, so we have a big community. I will be very, very appreciative at that time, and thank you so much for that. Well, thank you so much for being here, and just remember, if you want to support me again, oh no, I just telling you that. Okay, well, you can just buy Click You're Paying. There is a link for Click You're Paying, so referral link, so you will be helping me out. And I can tell you, this program is not because there's a referral link. No, this program is very good, and I really like it. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next week when I try to finish this guy. Thank you, and